I'm here with David Nicholas, founder of Nicholas Wealth Management. And today we're helping you have a better understanding of your options for retirement savings. And David's going to explain to us how we understand better these three worlds of retirement.
Yeah, and these are important, right? And they're all important, but they're all different. And so if you think about it, just from the investment bucket, if all of your money are in stocks, that's great. You may get really good growth, but you're not going to get a lot of income. And so it's hard because in retirement, what do we need? We want income. And that can be more dividend paying stocks. Those can be more bonds that are going to generate income. So you can get a lot of growth, but you might not get a lot of income. So, well, then what about if we have more of our money in the bank? Well, great. David, it's safe and I can get my hands on it, but maybe I'm not getting a high enough rate of return to beat inflation, because if inflation is running around 4% and I'm only earning 4% on my money markets, I'm not really keeping up or earning enough to help me keep up with inflation. So all these buckets are important, but they all have their different traits, and why they're important. It's understanding which buckets we need to be in at which phases of our lives.
Okay. Do you know how your money is positioned? If you've saved more than $250,000 for retirement, call the number on your screen in the next 10 minutes, and you'll qualify for a complimentary, comprehensive retirement review. So the next question a lot of people are thinking about is think about these three worlds of money in retirement. Let's put this into action. Yeah. How does that work? Where do I start?
Yes, part of it is also understanding that when we think about retirement, so much of it is focused, I would say, on the investing part. And the investing part is important, but again, when we're in our 20s and our 30s, that's all we're really focused on. But as we get into retirement, Amy, there's all these other factors, right? So if you think about it, you got the income piece of the plan. So inside of our Retire Ready process, we have 5 key areas of the plan that we're looking at. The first one is our income. So where do we want our income coming from in retirement? What sources do we pull from? Do we sell our stocks to generate income? Well, I may not want to do that. So then do we have an income bucket that's designed to generate income? And we don't want our income plan showing that it's success until age 90 or 91. We want to make sure our income plan runs all the way out to age 100. Number 2 is investing, which we talked about. But really, the main thing we want to focus on is what is the risk that's in our portfolio. So the thing called standard deviation tells us what our risk is. You may say, David, what in the world is standard deviation? But that's going to tell us how volatile our portfolio is. So we got to know what the standard deviation is inside of our portfolio. Then you got taxes. Okay, what about taxes? How much tax will I pay in retirement? I've said this before. Or the yahoos that we have in Washington, they wake up at night in the middle of the night thinking about how they can raise taxes on the American people, in my opinion. So we want to reduce and eliminate our taxes. Then there's long-term care, which could be one of our second biggest expenses in retirement after taxes, with the cost of assisted living or long-term care. And then legacy. What do we want our legacy to be for our kids and for our grandkids? And so it's making sure you understand all these areas, and do you have a plan to address these 5 key areas?
Let's really dive into what you mean when you talk about this retirement income plan. And it takes into account all of these things that you've been talking about and how important it is to have that in place from the very beginning.